Okay, I think we're rolling. Hello everyone, it is now officially June, which means it is time for me to do a wrap-up of all of the things that I've enjoyed this month. I used to do this on my blog, and then I didn't do it at all, and I now want to do it as a video, so sue me, I guess. Me. Are you kidding? I wrote out my whole, wrap-up on a sticky note because I didn't really want to write it on my phone. Although I do think now it's changed a little bit since I wrote this 2 days ago, but that is neither here nor there. So whenever I do this, I break it up into a couple categories of all the things I've been consuming, and the first category is books, of course. This month, I read 2 books, and while it isn't a lot, these are now 2 books that I think of really highly, and one of them is now one of my favorite books of all time. So I think that that is okay, that it's only 2. First book I read this month was Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I actually finished this on vacation with my family, and I did a whole little video on it, so if you want to go see that, I will link it. I also post my entire thoughts about these books on my Bookstagram, which is also linked down below, as well as my Goodreads, if you would like to follow me and we can be friends. If you don't know much about this book, it follows 2 brothers, Ivan and Peter, and their kind of relationship after losing their father and going through the grief and what that looks like. There's also 2 side characters, Margaret, well, there's more than that, but I will talk about specifically Margaret and Sylvia, as well as Naomi, who all kind of play into this idea of grief, and they all kind of struggle with grieving different things. I thought that this was really beautiful. I love Sally Rooney, classically, but I felt like there were parts of it that really dragged. I really loved the last half of this book, and I felt like the first part is a lot more setup than is necessary. I talk about that a little bit more on my Instagrams. The next book that I read this... Oh my god, I'm going to lose my mind. A plane. Really? I hate filming outside. Because nature is always out to freaking get me, dude. Like, this is so freaking annoying. The next book that I read this month was Writers and Lovers by Lily King. This is the one that I said was now one of my new favorite books of all time. I literally adored this. I haven't written my review, but at the time of this going up, there should be a review up on my Instagram. This book follows Casey as she navigates, shockingly enough, her mother's death, and also kind of documents her time between these 2 men, and also as a writer who's yet to make anything successful, or yet to get a publishing deal, or yet to finish her book. I felt very seen by this book in a way that I have not really felt seen by other books. There's only a few, like a very small handful of books that make me feel really looked at for who I am. And while my situation and who I am is not at all similar to Casey, I think that her trouble with writing was very apropos to the things that I struggle with, and the way she feels about her writing, the way she talks about writing in general as a craft, and as someone who is trying to make it and trying to write something worth reading and trying to tell this story, I thought that it was I felt very recognized by it, and it left me kind of speechless. And maybe that's not necessarily specifically Writers and Lovers, but Lily King as a whole. She has this thing at the back of the book that I actually read before I finished this book, and it is this at the back of her book. It is just worms, eggs, sperm, and other thoughts on writing, and it is gorgeous, and it makes me... Lily King, throughout this book, and especially in the part at the end that I just told you about, does a fantastic job of articulating things that I as a writer feel that I've yet to be able to articulate, and I found that to be very moving for me personally. I felt so captivated by this story. I think that Lily King is a fantastic writer, and I've never read anything by her before this, so this is definitely now one of my all-time faves. I don't have enough good things to say. This is just, it's just phenomenal. It's just so good. If you'd like to know what I'm reading for June, I have an entire June summer reading syllabus up on my Instagram. That is very cute and very fun, and if you want to read along with me, I'll be posting as I'm reading those books so you can kind of follow along. I am also in the middle of 2 books. I am in the middle of The Best Worst Thing by Lauren Oakey, which is an arc, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm just over 60% of the way through, and I'm listening to the audiobook of The It Girl by Ruth Ware, which I'm also enjoying, and that one was recommended by my friend Caroline. So Caroline, if you're watching this, hi, I love you. The next category of things that I've consumed this month is movies. I watched 10 new movies this month. Let me cross-check my letterbox. I don't really remember. Yes, I was so right! It was 10. Within these 10 movies, the movie that I rated the lowest was My Fault London. I thought I was going to like this because my friends enjoyed this and they were all talking about it, and then I watched it and I was like, I do not like this. Actually, it was my fault for watching, I just couldn't really get connected with it. I thought that the writing was cringe, and I did not like the fact that they were step-siblings. And maybe it's because I wasn't in the mood for like a kitschy little... Like, it's not supposed to be some deep expose think piece, but I just didn't vibe with it. I like other kitschy movies. I'm a whore for a little kitschy movie. I love stupid movies, especially ones that are like, giggle, kick my feet, everyone's just hot, but I could not get behind this one. My highest rating movie this month was Kings of Summer. I rated this 5 stars. I don't know how I haven't seen this before. I don't know why it's taken me so long to watch. Technically, I think I actually have watched this entire movie through like GIFs on my Tumblr feed whenever I was in middle school, because my love for Nick Robinson was just so great. The chokehold that man had on me was actually abysmal, and I would just watch anything that he was in. Except I never really watched this movie, and I don't really know why. I just kind of like watched all the GIFs of him on my feed. But all in all, this movie, watching it now, overall, despite that fact, is phenomenal. It's just so well done. It's so well written, it's funny, it's heartfelt, it's so coming of age, and there's so many fantastic actors in it. It's just a really well done movie, and it's very summer, so if you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend. I have some honorable mentions of things that I watched that were also really, really good. One of them is Juno. I hadn't seen Juno before, and I watched it, and I really loved it. It's so stylistic. I also watched the limited series Adolescence, and I thought that that was a force to be reckoned with. It is truly a masterpiece in so many ways, especially episode 3, where it is a child and a woman. A single take. Okay, everything being single take is genuinely mind-blowing for me, because every episode is like an hour long, and it mimics live theater in a way that is so poignant, and the fact that that child is probably no older than 15 doing that entire scene with no breaks is literally the most talented thing I've seen in a very long time. Another honorable mention is The Royal Tenenbaums. This is a Wes Anderson film. I don't know how I hadn't seen this. Again, another one that I kind of seen around and just had never watched. Just very good. Very good. Very, just so good. I really enjoyed it. It's not my favorite Wes Anderson, but it was still just very real, very well done, very stylistic. All of the things that you look for in an Anderson film were all there, and it just, I don't know, I really, really liked it. And the last one I have on this list as a honorable mention is Dazed and Confused, which I don't know how I have not seen this one. I love a good do-nothing film. One of my favorite movies of all time is Empire Records, and that is a do-nothing film. Nothing happens. Nothing happens at all, but it's still so good. And Dazed and Confused is almost like its predecessor, or the more renowned version of Empire Records. Oh my god, it was so good. It was just so good. And it's like just the aesthetics that were captured, the feelings of the characters, like their life that they lived. Like, I could have watched a whole show. I could have watched millions of movies just in that same kind of vibe. Moving on to music. All the new music that I listened to this month. I've listened to a lot of new stuff. It's been a long time since I've stepped outside of my usual comfort zone whenever it comes to music. I go through phases. A lot of times I'll listen to a lot of the same stuff, and then I'll go through months where I am only listening to new music, only farming out new music, putting on my monthly playlists and whatever. So some of my top favorites were Wandering in Your Hometown by, I believe it's hey ho something. I did not write it down because why would I have done that? Hey Hey My My. Okay, so it's Wandering in Your Hometown by Hey Hey My My. So good. Hey Hey My My, so good. I also have been really enjoying Lala by Winya, and they just released this song and I've been really enjoying it. It's really vibey. I've also been loving Losing a Whole Year by Third Eye Blind. I don't know why. I've never heard the song before. I love Third Eye Blind. I love stuff off of that album. I don't know how I haven't listened to this one, but it is constantly on repeat. I love it. Another great one is From a Distance by Romy Mars. I did not know that she was a Nepa baby. She's been doing the whole A-lister song, and I like that one, but From a Distance is really good. She has just like this cadence in her voice that it earworms me so easily, and I've been vibing the fuck out to it. Okay, I have so much left. I'm gonna try and wrap this up before my camera dies, which I just don't think is possible. But I'm gonna share my writing, what I've been working on this month. I've been working on a short fiction piece called Hope You Take Care, and my work in progress novel, which I've been doing writing vlogs about. I have not really made that much progress in either of them, but Hope You Take Care has some really good lines that I've been really enjoying, and I'll put one that I really like up here on the screen. For products this month that I've been enjoying, I've been loving the Beautify eye masks. Beautify EYE eye masks. They're great. I've been loving them. They've been just like such a nice little thing for me to put on in the morning, and I go and I make my coffee, I sit down and I write, and it's classic me. It's so good. I also have been loving this peach candle that I got. I'll put a little photo in because I don't have the name and I'm not running upstairs to get it, but I actually was gifted this and I just was lighting it for the first time the other night during my reading night where I sit and I light candles in my room and I put a little reading background on from YouTube and I just vibe out. And it was fantastic. It was so good. Next and lastly, I have a category for YouTube videos I've been enjoying this month. I feel like this is a great way to honor people who I feel like are making really fantastic content and are just doing great work that I have been personally just consuming like no other. So some of my favorite YouTube videos this month were We Were Too Mean to Rupi Kaur by Lexi aka Newly Nova. This is a 2-hour behemoth of a video, but it is an entire deep dive into Insta poetry and it is so phenomenal. If you have not watched it, do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's fantastic. Another video I loved was The Dead Authors Society by Jack Edwards. This is the talk of the posthumous publication of writers' works and the ethics behind it, especially with the topical piece of Joan Didion's Notes to John that just came out. I thought that this was a really well done and fantastic video, and I don't know, it just helped me understand it a little bit more, and it's something that I've always been very interested in. Having more conversation around it was something I really enjoyed, and I've been able to sit and think about it a lot post that video. Alright, so that is officially everything that I've consumed in May. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all later. Bye.